Well, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to our Planets Through Ascendant series of the week. And today we're going to be covering Sun in the 10th house in the sign of Cancer for Libra Ascendant people. And what happens when Sun is in the 10th house in the sign of Cancer for Libra Ascendant folks. And this is different from my Sun through Sign series, Sun through Houses series, because now I'm combining the two energies together. And Sun rules a certain house because Sun rules the sign of Leo. So for Libra Ascendant people, Sun rules the 11th house. So this is the dynamic we're trying to understand with this series. And I apologize for my voice because on Monday I went to the greatest NBA game ever. I was actually at the Cavaliers versus Wizards. I was sitting right behind LeBron James. You can actually watch on YouTube if you look at Cavaliers and Wizards highlights on February 6th game. Just look right behind the Cavs bench and I'll be in a black shirt saying KRSchannel. That's right. I was marking my business there, man. I was like telling LeBron James, LeBron, subscribe to my channel. And he looked too, and he just looked back. I'm like, yes, he now knows KRSchannel. You never know, he could be watching this now. It's funny, I'll be the astrologers to all the athletes. But as always, if you do not know where your sun is placed, what your other astrological details are, and including all the other knowledge for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, Aspects, and Mahadashas at the Speed of Light, including all my consultations at this link. So, Sun in the 10th house in Cancer. Well, first of all, Sun in the sign of Cancer, first of all, is a very pure energy. Because Cancer is a sattvic sign, meaning it's a pure sign. It's a sign of pure emotions, the motherly emotions. But Cancer is a very selfish emotions too. It's not just all about everything. It's quite selfish. Why? Because a mother is very selfish about its love towards its own child. If there's our other child present, she will feed her own child first versus feeding the other two. But naturally, this is just motherly emotions, motherly feelings coming into play. Now, 11th house represents, on the basic level, it can represent truckload of things, but on basic level, it represents large organizations, hopes, wishes, desires, achievements, recognition of awards. It represents, higher self of, social work, social welfare, health, wellness, illnesses. Because 6th house, it's 6th from the 6th house, meaning bhavat, bhavam of the 6th house. So everything that 6th house represents, it becomes higher self of it. So if 6th house represents the non-profit organizations, 11th house will represent UN, Red Cross. So now, the 11th Lord is 12th from itself because it's going backwards. And 12th from itself becomes the expenditure and the loss of itself. So what you will realize here, even if you have this, you always tend to leave an organization due to the fact you do not want to serve an organization. You want to serve society. There's a big difference. Large organizations stands for, imagine my studio here is an organization. I have 20 people working here. So I have to deal with those 20 people. They become my world from 9 to 5. Society is, as soon as I go outside the house and it's my county or my city, that's society. So here Sun becomes more adamant about serving society than an organization. They are more about giving themselves to nourish the world at large than a single set of people. So naturally you will see, whether male or female, they become very nurturing to their peers, to their bosses, to their people around them. And these are the folks, especially if this occurs in Pushya Nakshatra degrees, these are the folks that want to take on your pain and help you through. Meaning if you, let's say, are having problems in your marriage, in your home, your manager will say, okay, let's go to lunch. And they'll help you. You'll take an extra hour-long lunch. They will sit there. They will help you, guide you how to deal with your marriage. They will give you less work because they know the stress that you're going through. They become very caring, motherly personalities. They feel like, I need to be a mother to people in order for me to understand myself and my ego. Because Sun is ego, Sun is vitality, Sun is who we are as a character. Sun is why we are born, because it's the light. Here, the light is strictly upon the society outside. Now, one thing you always have to understand, when sun is in the 10th house, opposite to sun will always require far more work than it requires in your actual professional work. So you will notice that these people give less attention to the dark world, which is their home, which is their home life, versus nourishing the professional world. So you will, you got to understand, nobody is pure. Everybody has skeletons. Okay. So sun here being in Cancer may come out as a great Mother Teresa of the world, and they love to take care of people, love to do that. And they will genuinely want to do that. But what happens is they then tend to ignore their home life. What's happening within the home, the problem with the spouse, the family, the mother, they kind of ignore it. So if whenever a sun is in the 10th house, and if you ask their family members, what do you think of them? They will say good things, but they'll say, well, they just don't pay attention to us that much. Because the light, you got to understand, the light of the sun is spreading into the 10th house of society. Directly opposite to it is something that they just don't pay attention to. And this is with any placement of the sun. This is not just the 10th sun in the 10th house. Wherever sun is placed, the other part will be ignored. Like let's say if sun is in the 12th house, a person will try to develop their spiritual knowledge through spiritual organization, but they will ignore their health. They don't care what's happening inside. They'll just want to be traveling, want to be meeting other spiritual people. So that's what happens with the sun. But also shows that this person, because remember, sign of Leo and sign of Cancer are known as sattvic sign. They are the pure signs. So the purity is there regardless. And they're very well respected in society. They're very well, followed in society. But and remember, sun actually represents the cause of your karma. And 10th house is your karma. So naturally, becomes a very simple, easy position to look at a chart and just say that you belong in fields of hospitality, nourishing people, taking care of people. Regardless of even what their income is coming from, what their career is, that's what their real karma is. Because remember, 10th house is your karma, your actions that you're performing. Sun is brightening that area of your life. So naturally, I have found people who go into restaurant business, hospitality business, nursing business, hospice care, nursing homes, or people who want to serve in government. And they feel like they want to nourish and change the world and help the poor. And they genuinely do. There's no ill feeling to it. Unless, of course, sun is surrounded by malefics, then that they become extremely selfish. Like they want to be recognized for taking care of the world. They want the world to pity them because of the fact they're suffering in life. And they're taking care of the world. Oh, look at me. So so of course, there's going to be malefic positive impact. So this is where this particular position should not be taken as is. You have to look at which planet is aspecting the sun or which planet is conjunct the sun. This will give you a much better flavor of the sun. Also look at sun in the Navamsha chart, the D9 chart of Vedic Astrology. That will show the power, the strength sun has. Okay. So guys, this is my analysis of sun in the 10th house for Libra Ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. Again, if you want to know where your sun is placed, all my books or post consultations, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.